Hey everyone, this is David. It's just a quick hit for a Sunday afternoon. Let's cover it all. Let's go fast. Uh, Everyone wants me to comment on Karen Huger. Obviously, that's kind of like the top story. Did you guys see this Gary Janetti posted? Let's just put a camera in the jail cells and we'll do Real Housewives from jail. And Andy Cohen has Gary Janetti, Brad Goreski's husband, and Andy Cohen commented and said, "Too soon, Gary, too soon." I thought that was kind of funny. I'm gonna do a whole show because Sarah wants to. So Sarah and I are doing a whole show later this week about Karen. So I don't want to go into too much detail. Overall, am I shocked? No, I'm not shocked. What does shock me is that she got more time than the prosecution was recommending. And look, it's a 2 year sentence, 1 year in jail, 1 year of a sentence outside of jail, but it's a 2 year sentence. If you think about it, it's 6 months per DUI. So I would assume that's how they got to the 2 years. Not really shocked. There's a lot of confusion about the year that she's not in jail. It is a year of a sentence. It's not probation. She has 5 years of probation after that, but it's a sentence. And, let's see how Karen adjusts to this. I mean, if you're out in like I'm actually more worried about Karen. I'm worried about her but I'm worried about her when she gets out too, because if you start taking liberties during the year that you're sentenced and you're not in jail, you get thrown right back in jail. But Sarah and I will do this whole thing later this week because Sarah really wants to, because she's from the DMV area and she loves Miss Huger and blah blah blah. The one thing I do want, but so I'm not shocked. The one thing that I do want to say, and maybe this lovely woman would come on here, is I have tracked down somebody who went to the Montgomery County Corrections Facility. Basically, I spoke to someone who was in the same facility that Karen was in. She might be coming on this show. If she does, I mean, I wanted her to come on today, but here's the thing. I have a very good friend. Her first name is Bethany. Her last name is Frankel. She loves to do like TikToks. My friend a long time ago on the mean streets in New York taught me something, and she said something that has stuck with me. The train is moving. Either get on or get the fuck run over. So that's how it is here behind the velvet rope. Would love to have this person on from the Montgomery County Correction Facility. But today's show is going on with or without her. And here we are. But she still might come on. But I spoke to her in great detail. I spoke to her in great detail. Basically, that. So I have information for you guys. And by the way, if she comes on, she doesn't want to give her name or be seen, which makes a lot of sense. She is out. She has used the program. Look, I've always said this: jail is not only to punish the crime; it's to rehabilitate and come out a better person. A lot of people fool the system and come out and are not any changed. And this particular woman that I tracked down, that I spoke to, really, she has a job now and they did a background check and she didn't think she was going to get the job, but they took a chance on her and she goes to work every day and she's a single mom and she has a son. And so she's really just like, I am very lucky to have this job. And I go in and I show up at 9 and I do my, stuff and I go home at 5 and I even stay late sometimes. I'm like, what? This is great. You've turned your life around. So so I spoke to her. So here are just overall overarching things that I took away from it as far as the conditions. That's what I wanted to hear about, right? And a little bit how it works. Again, I would like for her to come on directly and we'll still try to get her on. But it's a facility that is only for 18 months or shorter. So if it's a longer sentence, you don't go there. This ain't no camp. This is not Teresa. This is not Jen Shaw. She really said a couple of things, and this is at least when she went, this is how the conditions were. When they immediately take you in, or at least when they took her in, that they, you're handcuffed, but they shackle your feet. So she was with other people. They took Karen right away. I don't know if there were any other people with her, but she said they shackle your feet, they shackle your hands. It is, which I would imagine is going into any prison. It's a shock to the system. Now, she said that when she went in with other people. There was a woman, or when she got there, that was shackled, that was absolutely freaking out. She told me, this former inmate from Montgomery County Corrections Facility. She told me that when you get there, every single person is put on suicide watch. Now, she said that's whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're depressed, whether you're doing cartwheels. That is their procedure because your life has just changed within a second. So every single person, she said, is put on suicide watch. She said the key is to get off suicide watch because and there's a certain amount of time. I think it's the first 48 hours or whatever, but anyone acting hysterical, really crying, not well, and being emotional, which is so understood. But the goal is you gotta just keep it together. So, because the goal is the conditions do improve a tiny bit when you are off suicide watch. So, I don't know. I don't know how Karen's gonna handle this, right? Like, I mean, I could see her being completely hysterical. I agree with Giselle. Pray for Karen. I don't think that Karen is meant for jail or prison. I mean, the animal, Teresa, of course, she does what she has to do. Even Jen Shah, she braids those cornrows, and you could see her with her Shaw amazing classes. I can see it. I can see Shaw being tough. I can see a lot of people. I mean, throw Erica Jane in jail, and honey, that girl would thrive, right? So, I mean, Sutton Strat, not so much, darling. So, Karen, I would put more along the lines of side, right? But listen, so this woman who was there, she said when you are on, you take off your clothes. For the suicide watch part of it, you're given one of those hospital gowns, but she said it's literally not even what you expect. It is so thin that it is made out of paper. So I guess I can picture that, but not really. So there's that. So it's made out of paper. And she said you were given the only thing you are given to eat with is a paper spoon. I said, I don't understand what you mean. She actually, thank you. We won't mention her name, sent me a picture or a website of what a paper spoon is. It really is a paper spoon, and that is the only thing that you are given to eat with. Obviously, they don't want to give you a plastic fork, or they don't even give you a plastic spoon. So that is what, so you pick up the food with a paper spoon. She said that when you're off the suicide watch, you are graduated to a plastic spoon. She said you sleep the whole time you're there, you sleep on a mattress. Uh, there's no cover. There's no sheet. I can't even speak. There's no sheet that goes on the mattress. It's just a mattress. There's no sheet. There is no pillow. So she said some of the ladies throughout the course were trying to make pillows. And as soon as that, because I mean, it's not like you have extra clothes, but they were trying to make pillows out of some stuff. And the minute that they do the checking of the cells or everything, that basically they take whatever it is away that you've made the pillow out of immediately. So you're not sleeping on a pillow for, in Karen's case, a year. You literally put your head on the mattress, and there is no sheet on the mattress. And that is for the whole time you're there. There are no pillows. There's no sheets. You just sleep on the mattress. She said, bathroom, there's no privacy. She actually was in a private one person. She did not have a bunkmate. And so, but still, you go to the bathroom with the door open in front of everyone. If you share a cell, you go to the bathroom in front of the person there. And the shower, there actually were some private showers, she said. But not tons. As far as, yes, I asked women playing around. She said, look, I didn't really see a lot of women playing around. She said she thought that, you're there for a year. So it's not like you're away for, 5 years and mama needs to get down a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. So she said she really was kind of left alone. She was propositioned at times to play and diddle and daddle, but she rejected that and pretty much was left alone. She said there were times when women tried to rough her up, but she said that she's pretty strong herself, and she was able to push back and put them in her place. So I don't know if there is a lot of, the violence and the women kind of beating you up and all of that, but she said women did approach her and kind of try to rough her up. And her advice is you just stand your ground, because once they know you're an easy target, you're fair game. So not the greatest of conditions. It is not a camp, and it was so interesting. Hopefully I conveyed what she has said to me to all of you. I think Karen's in the real deal, right? This is the real deal. So we wish Karen the best of luck in that in the future. Don't drive drunk. And when you get out, you have a whole year, girl, of